So I've established in some other videos and shorts that ancient Chinese practitioners said that the breath was the source of qi. And they never really gave really detailed, adequate explanations of how to direct it to other parts of the body. Or to say that another way, how to send it to where in the body we want it to go. And modern day practitioners and experts, what all they really tell us is to use the mind to direct the chi. But they don't adequately explain how, and they give us no sort of like repeatable process to use. And over 20 years of experimentation and testing and trying things out, I've actually figured out and developed a very precise method of directing chi exactly where I want it to go after I inhale. And what I've established in these other videos is that basically, um, what is generating the chi, it's when you inhale, your lungs expand like a balloon, and they when they expand, they push out in every direction, and that pushing out squeezes or compresses the tissues and fluids around them, right? Your soft tissues basically compress. And the longer you inhale, the greater that pressure becomes, and it becomes like a pressure wave that's pushing in every direction from your lungs to every part of your body. And the way that you direct the chi, you have to stop the expansion wave from going in the direction you don't want it to go in, and to simply allow it or only allow it to go in the direction you do want it to go in. And there are three physical, mechanical techniques that I've developed for doing this. And if you take these three techniques together, you're basically, what I'm doing is setting up a system of gating. All right. So I'm physically blocking the chi. For example, if I don't want the chi to go up into my head, I'm preventing it. I'm blocking it from going up into my head. So all of the expansion when I inhale is going downward. So all the pressure is going downward. And if I want the chi to go down to my legs, for example, I can send it downward, and then use additional gating techniques to send it to my right leg, my left leg, etc. And my method of gating is so granular and precise that I can, for example, send it down my right leg. But not only that, I can send it down the front of the right leg, the back of the right leg, the right side of the right leg, the left side of the right leg, down a narrow channel down the center of the right leg, or down the entire circumference of the right leg. I can also control the intensity of the chi as it goes down, so it can be sort of like gross and expansive, or subtle and sort of contractive. I can control where it stops on my leg. I can have it stop and sort of be deposited mid thigh, at my knee, on my in my shin, um, my ankle, my heel, the top of my feet, the toes, the bottom of the feet, or I can actually sort of like blow it out the bottom of my feet. And the the first of the three gating methods I use is simply to not say, let's assume I'm in my examples, I'm going to talk about sending it down to my legs. All right. Um, I'm not going to apply any pressure or muscle contraction. I'm simply going to not let the expansion to move upward, that pressure wave to move upward. So I'm just going to allow my lungs to expand downward. So by simply allowing, when I inhale, allowing the lungs to expand downward, that pressure wave goes downward. The second method would be to use muscle contractions to block the chi from moving in the direction I don't want it to move. And so, for example, if I want to continue the example of having all of the chi move downward, I can actually physically contract my neck and my shoulders, and even contract my chest. So the expansion starts at my diaphragm and goes down, and it pushes all the pressure down into my legs. And the third gating technique that I have is postural. So you're not contracting a muscle, right? You're not necessarily just using this passive method of not allowing the contraction to go upward, but allowing it just to go downward. But you can actually shift your posture. It's not really a muscle contraction, but I'm like locking my neck and my head So it creates like a physical block, and the expansion of the expansion wave from my inhalation goes just downward to my legs.